Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Quick question. What is God? I don't normally talk to y'all about that. You know, most of y'all been around for 10 years. Some of y'all only know me from talking about God. It tells us in Greek, in John 1, what God is. You know about that? What is God? So if you worship God and you believe in Him and you worship Him, what do you believe in? What is it that you're believing in? What is it that you worship? Okay, it's in John 1 in Greek, it gives us a term which it translates to God. And that's not the only time, though. You know, every single place in the New Testament where it refers to God, look at the Greek and see what it says, and then find the etymology of that Greek word, such as theon or theos. What do those mean? Hold on, the means God? But what do we call somebody who believes in a deity? We call them a deist, right? Or a theist. What's the difference between deist and theist? The sound that of the TH comes from a letter called Eth. You can look it up, spelling it ETH, and it looks like a D is bent on the top with a line through it. So that's where we get our letter D from. Like the shape of our lowercase letter D. From the Eth. So in different languages, there are some standards like D and T are the same, P and F are the same, Y and G are the same. And knowing this, it helps you recognize patterns and meaning that might not have been obvious to you before whenever you read in the scripture. And it ultimately goes back to ancient Hebrew, which is called Proto-Sinaitic Hebrew. I was just listening to some YouTuber talk about how they have all these different interpretations of things. So what? Don't get distracted by that. Jesus, just think about it this way. It's called the Hebrew Scripture. Okay? So every translation from Hebrew is going to be corrupt necessarily because it's taken out of Hebrew. How did Jesus reveal himself to the Pharisee Paul? He spoke to him in the Hebrew tongue. What happened first? He was blinded by a light. Well, what is light? We know in John 1. Light is Logos, which is God. Logos being the root of the word logic. So light refers to understanding. So when someone's blinded by a light, they acquire understanding. Now, blinded, how can understanding blind you? How can understanding something inhibit you? Well, this is where the word apocalypse comes in, or revelation. Apocalypse and revelation are both synonymous with understanding. And so what is the apocalypse? The apocalypse is when everybody finds out the truth. That we're living in the aftermath of the Torah. Aftermath of the Torah. Really, that doesn't make any sense. We're living in the end of the book right now. Torah in Greek means now, by the way. There's a Greek word, Torah, which means now. Anyway, I know normally you come here for Cash Money Records. But today you get Torah. And tomorrow, as a matter To say as a matter of fact is almost like to say I promise. Jesus said, don't promise. It's enough to say yes, yes, or no, no. You live in the Torah, my brothers and sisters. You live in it. So find out what all that's about. That's important.